Welcome to your weekly broadcast on everything you need to know on child sexual abuse. I'm your host, Elizabeth Achimugu. We started a series on roles of parents in curbing child sexual abuse. So please watch and subscribe so that you can watch the previous videos on them. Today we'll be looking at one of the roles of parents in curbing child sexual abuse, and today we'll be looking at vigilance. What vigilance means in when it comes to child sexual abuse is threefold. Vigilance to know what kind of friends your children keep, the kind of activities they're involved in, the kind of play they're involved in. Second, vigilance to get to know people who are around your children, especially caregivers, the kind of activities they're involved in with your children. And the third aspect is vigilance to know any changes in behavior, changes in, and any form of changes in your child. First, changes in getting to know the kind of play your children are engaged in, the kind of activities they're engaged in. We have what they call abuse amongst peers, amongst siblings, even though not so popular, but there are cases where a child who have been abused before come to school or come somewhere while they are playing, molest the other child, unknown to him. Such a child may think he's actually playing, but he's touching the other child inappropriately. So how do you get to know? Because most times children spend their time more with their peers. How you get to know is you try to be close to your children and jokingly try to get to know what kind of activities they're engaged in. You can say, for example, Junior, how you doing? What kind of play do you play with Cynthia? Where do you touch it? Just make it fun. You know how you talk with your child. Just make it fun. And your child, you know children are innocent people. They easily open up. Your child gets to tell you, this is it, this is that. And if you notice any danger signal, any reason why you should be careful, then you pick it up from that aspect. Second, you get to know people you live with, your caregivers of your children, people you leave your children with. As we all know, most people who abuse their children are people who are trusted. They are people who we trust and believe they can care for our children, but they may end up being the molesters. So you help your child, you come, like if you have house help or people, just bring surprises. Try to get to know what kind of activities they're involved in with your child, most especially in your absence. And this most times can be achieved by either bringing surprises. If you can afford it, install CCTV cameras around your houses and try to look for measures around to be able to see what happens. Then get to know if there's any danger signal. And the last one is getting to notice any changes in behavior from your child. A child, most times, if he's being abused or it's in any form of trouble or danger, the child first and most times they get withdrawn, they want to be alone. Sometimes it may lead to depression, they don't want to interact with people, they may have restless nights, sleepless nightmares. So when you get to notice changes in your child's behavior, this is a time to draw close to your child to get to see the root of such changes. Also, your child may begin to touch himself or herself inappropriately and may also touch other children inappropriately. So you get to look at that from observing. And this work hand in hand with age-appropriate sex education, because when you teach your children the age-appropriate sex education, they get to know those boundaries. So I'd like you to watch our previous videos for that of that. So I'd like us as parents to be vigilant, because parenting is intentional and vigilance is part of it. Let's say no to child sexual abuse. If you feel this video, you've enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, share, comment, and let's make the world a better and a safer place for our children. God bless you.